Hi, Scorpio. Just making sure I was saying, yep, Scorpio. Uh, Welcome to the Power Three. I mean, Amber. You are starting things off for the month of November 2025. For those of you that are here all the time, you know there's a word from the Holy Spirit next month for December, but there's one this month. We are kicking this month off, or I'm sorry, kicking this year off, as strong as possible. You saw in the title, the name of the reading is your transparency reading. We are using the transparency tarot. I've had this deck for years, but I've never used it on camera. But we are using it, three cards, which I will show you once they're together, um, for the overall energy. So we've got some awesome energy here, and as you can see in the backdrop, transparency, it's clarity, right? You need a decision must be made, or something where it's a collective energy. Okay, Scorpio, for everybody, it's a time I feel where you need to distance yourself from something or somebody, get out of dodge completely, maybe, to actually sit in a tranquil place like a beach so you can get the clarity that you need, the transparency in the situation to make a decision one way or another. Now, that can involve anything, it's general. So remember, it's not going to apply with everybody. Take what good advice you can. And of course, there's a word from the Holy Spirit. So without further ado, let's begin. Do not be discouraged by the difficulty of keeping your focus on me. I know that your heart's desire is to be aware of my presence continually. This is a lofty goal. You aim toward it, but never fully achieve it in this life. Don't let feelings of failure weigh you down. Instead, try to see yourself as I see you. First of all, I am delighted by your deep desire to walk closely with me through your life. I am pleased each time you initiate communication with me. In addition, I notice the progress you have made since you first resolved to live in my presence. You realize that your mind is wandering away from me. Don't be alarmed or surprised. You live in a world that has been rigged to distract you. Each time you plow your way through the massive distractions to communicate with me, you achieve a victory. Rejoice in these tiny triumphs, and they will increasingly light up your days. So, very significant to what we're looking into this month. For you, Scorpio, it's, the transparency of, maybe where your soul is trying to lead you, but there's so much going on in the world around you that maybe you just need to literally like get away like this. Now, not everybody can do that, but for some of you, you might just be taking some time off of work or taking a break from a relationship, a friendship. Take it how it might apply for you. So let's get started reminding you to like and subscribe, please, and help the power of three as it needs your help. I invite any and all of you to go to the channel and check things out for yourself. I have deleted a lot of my older videos from 2019 up to about 2023. Um, so I'll just build it back up again, I guess. Try to. Here we go. So Scorpios, transparency reading. Thou shalt love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. Now, right away, I can feel a question being asked. It's like, how is anybody supposed to do that? Like, that sounds impossible. And quite frankly, it is. See, that's where the confusion lies because he's not telling you to do that. He's telling you to be that. with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with everything. Know that you are the highest form that's on this planet. And the powers that be, the religious powers that be, and the God of this world doesn't want you to know that. So that must be a huge struggle when you've opened yourself up to the light. You're listening to the soul's call, but there's so much confusion. There's so much, and I can see that makes a lot of sense for an area, the most important area of existence here to need transparency on. So let's do that right now. I'm going to show you the deck. You guys, I'm sure have seen this deck online before, but it's clear. Okay. So we're gonna get 3 cards for the overall energy. So here we go. For the sign of Scorpio, November 2025. What do they need? Well, we just discussed what they need transparency on, but what do they need to know now? What's actually the overall energy? 3 cards. We have 1, and it's the 9 of Pentacles. Sitting pretty financially, able to look after yourself. Chariot. Okay, now you'll see this chariot are 2 horses, one light, one dark. And that 9 of Pentacles was sitting on the dark side of the dark horse side. If that means anything, yes. Birds be good. King of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Also facing the dark side. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and get it up as close as I can. But that dark blob is the 9 of Pentacles. You can see the 2 horse heads and then the King of Pentacles. Everything is leaning. Somebody is Earth sign. Maybe you've got a lot of Earth in your chart, Scorpio. I don't know, but I feel like, maybe you tried to walk that path, but there's just been so much confusion that you've gotten very unclear on, what you're supposed to be feeling, thinking, and doing at this point in time. Spiritually, I mean, soul wise. Now, this is also going to be huge because it's the 3D deck. Okay, here's what it looks like. And it's just major arcana, okay? So whatever this is, it's major for everybody this month. Sign of Scorpio, please clarify their supporting energy, not clarify. I don't know why I said that, but maybe. Okay, what is the supporting energy of the Empress? Gaining transparency on a relationship. You've obviously had a child with somebody, Scorpio. Take it how it applies. Whether you're the female or the male, it doesn't matter. You've had a child with somebody, you are begrudgingly, because I think it's taking a lot of your finances because you're solid financially, you have to pay a solid amount. And because you're not, but I think it's begrudgingly because you want to be with them. but there's problems. So you need to gain clarity on whether you need to really fight to get your family back. And because you're on a spiritual path, because it matters. No, none of us are perfect, but like I say, there's a lot of dark, angry, begrudging energy here. You're doing what you're supposed to do, but you're not doing it lightheartedly. You're doing it with, like you have no control over the outcome or how people feel about you anymore, or getting those feelings back for and from somebody. Okay, that's your overall energy. Let's proceed to see what's meant to come out for you. For the main spread, we're using Legacy of the Divine Tarot for the main spread. For the sign of Scorpio, what do they need to know in their transparency reading for November 2025? Thank you, the Holy Spirit. I said Five of Pentacles. Um, it's like this Five of Pentacles is the child, the family that you're supporting financially, because without you, they are the Five of Pentacles. And you know that. You're not going to leave them like that. But you'd rather be with them, supporting them, not supporting them out in the cold like you are. So this is kind of like this Five of Pentacles, I feel, represents both of you. Uh, Three Cups. This is maybe you have, or you're being encouraged to, through, I feel like the universe is nudging you to, through music, through your feeling. You're also very confused. So, you really want to do the right thing, but your heart's telling you one thing. You're trying to listen to your soul. It's very confusing. But this Three of Cups could be you uh, communicating to them, maybe over dinner, maybe taking the family out to dinner and discussing becoming a family again. Six of Swords. This is my peace of mind card. This is my putting your mind at ease and getting out of that turbulent, emotional, taking over all your thoughts, because you can't think about anything else until you make this right. Or at least let them know that that's really what you want. See what's at the bottom. The Lovers. This is your Empress. The only reason that you're begrudging it is because you want to be there still with her, with your children. Child, take it how it flies. But if you haven't done this, then this reading, this transparency reading, this time of clarity is urging you to do so. Speak from the heart. Okay, we're clarifying for you, Scorpio, with the Crystallis Tarot. Scorpio, November 2025, please clarify their transparency reading under the Five of Pentacles, please. King of Pentacles, he's here twice. You're not even an earth sign, you're a water sign, okay? Uh, um, but I feel like either you have a heavy earth in your chart, or, and I feel this is really more to do with it, why the King of Pentacles keeps coming out, because that's all you're about right now to them. That's what you feel like is money. They just need you for money. They don't love you anymore. They don't need your emotional support. They don't need your guidance. They don't need your help. Just money. It's just about money. And I guess that there's something in you that would like to clear that up because you don't feel the same way. That's why there's that darkness behind it. Seven of Swords. Standing outside the door with seven different scrolls. It's not that you're not telling the truth. It's just that those doors are closed. You're already separated. You're already, it's just about making sure you make those payments. But you would like those doors to open. You would like to present them the right words on the right scroll, the truth, not a lie. You don't want them to think that you just walk back with them so that you don't have to pay them that money, because even when you're there, you're obviously paying the bills, things, you just wouldn't be handing them the cash anymore. You would be part of their lives, paying the bills, probably even paying more than you do now, maybe. I don't know. But you're standing on what you know is right, even though they might not believe it. Let's get one more here under the Six of Swords for Scorpio, please. Maybe that's the point too, is like I just said a minute ago about speaking from the heart. Maybe these little scrolls here, all of them, like there's one tucked over here, he's standing on one, there's one rolled up here, and he's got one in his hand. There's seven of them. But maybe it's like speak from the heart. Maybe you've done a lot of that. Like maybe you've written a lot of text messages and then deleted them. And this reading is here to tell you don't do that, because it's going to be very obvious. And you are being genuine. You are speaking from the heart. But if you try too hard by kind of practicing what you're going to say, it's going to sound like it's not believable. Whereas if you speak from the heart, it'll be more believable. And when I say speak from the heart, obviously the words on the paper are from the heart, but it's scripted, right? It's off the cuff where you don't know what you're going to say until it comes out of your mouth. That's way more scary, but it's from the heart. Sure. Yes, Jackie, I'll be done in a minute. Six of Swords for Scorpio. Be poking out here. Ace of Wands. That's action. That's the first action. The first, like this, it's clarifying the Six of Swords. So, for instance, it would be the action of picking the paddle up and paddling your way out of that nasty, emotional, like I say, this has probably been on your mind for a while, and you need to get clarity on how you've been feeling, because maybe it's been building up and building up and building up. So maybe you've disappeared on them for a while because you needed to really think and get clarity about how you're going to handle this. Are you going to handle it? Are you going to just go for it and speak from the heart and try and get your family back? Or are you just going to get clarity in the whole thing and try to walk your spiritual path, get rid of that dark feeling, and just move forward and let it go? These are the choices that you have to make, but you have to take action one way or another for your own safe sanity, right? not safety, but felt like I was gonna say that, but sanity, right? You don't want to remain in that begrudging dark energy and feel that way towards your family because you feel like they don't want you because you broke up for whatever reason. Bottom of the deck, the hermit. The hermit sitting on the beach or just going out of town, staying at a nice hotel for a while, just getting out of Dodge, getting away from the situation, really getting away from it. Because if you're separated, yeah, you might just live across town or whatever, but um, I feel like this is taking steps further away from home in some way. Okay, in this scenario. Uh, okay, we're gonna get your advice from the Tarot of the Owls for Scorpio. Their advice please for November 2025. Birds? No, tweet tweets. You be good. You too, Jackie. I'll be done soon. Be good, okay? Peace. Okay. Our overall energy of the Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the King of Pentacles with the Emperor. Okay, Swords, see? You're sitting back like this is also maybe your child, right? Sitting back and maybe not having a say in whether mom and dad comes home for good, right? Because obviously your battle is going to be with the Empress. But the your child sees everything, hears everything, knows more than you think. So I think it's very important that you be honest and speak from the heart. Like I say, maybe when you come back, you're going to say, "Hey, I'm back from wherever. Can I pick you up and we'll go out for dinner? I want to talk, whatever, right?" Because you've given yourself the time and the mental space with the Six of Swords to do so, to take the proper action. King of Pentacles again, under the Five of Pentacles, under that lack and need, the Emperor, see? You are their source of, still like as if you were still there with them. Okay, you're covering probably everything financially, except now that's all there is for you, and you want to change that, I feel. And you want to change that. You want to bring your family back together. You could still pay for everything, but you have the love of your family and the admiration of you loving and caring for them financially and supporting them. Seven of Swords under the Three of Cups. So this Seven of Swords, bearing in mind, might have a lot to do with why you broke up in the first place. Maybe there was some dishonesties. It really doesn't matter at this point. Here we are again. Six of Swords again. So it's very much about bringing a peace of mind to you, Scorpio, of speaking from the heart, doing what you know is right, and putting forth that emotional effort to do what you can to bring your family back together and have them know that whatever happened to separate you won't happen again. They can count on that, right? That's the important part too of that Seven of Swords is you speaking from the heart, not rehearsing it, getting away and taking an actual break and getting the clarity that you need about how you really feel and where your soul's pulling you and where your heart's pulling you. Ace of Wands under the Six of Swords, which is here twice. Let's go right up for us. There we go. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is more than likely guaranteed because we have a color match here. See, it's the Empress. Okay. So your partner might be also a water sign. So you're a Scorpio, they could be a Cancer, Pisces. but you can see that the owl is, you can see it very faintly, but I can see it from here. You can see her wings are the same color as the Empress's dress. That's how I know it's not you. It's that. But what this is saying is, and this is a good sign, this is a very good sign, Scorpio. They feel the same. Okay. It would bring them peace of mind for the family to go back together, but people are not going to say that. There's there's that seven of swords here. It's two sixes. There's one seven. So we got two people that really just want to put this to rest and have peace of mind. But it's just really hard to forget about that seven of swords. Bottom of this deck. I like this a lot. I really do for you, Scorpio. Page of Wands. This is the message. This is that you letting them know, right? Four of Wands behind that. Stability, home. The Devil's behind that, and the Magician, and the Ace of Wands, which is here in the reading. Okay, this is that Seven of Swords. This is just that doubt. Okay, because the Devil entered the scene, right? This is how it's viewed. Something happened, you separated. So that's always going to be there. But it just takes people overcoming that emotion, thinking about the young ones, wondering when and where families will be, everybody's going to be back home together. Very good energy. I mean, obviously what happened isn't good, but I feel like you're really moving in the right direction. And, bouncing back to this, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind, see how that's kind of letting them know that from the heart, unrehearsed, that you would, there is nothing else for you but your family. And whatever happened, all you can do is do that and move forward, and it's up to them to accept it. But this other Six of Swords tells me with this Queen of Cups that they do feel the same. They might not say it, they might not show it, but deep down in their mind, if there was a way to get to the Six of Swords together, they're on board as well. So let's close this out for you with the Mermaid and Fairy Oracle. November 2025, the highest good. Please give them the message they need the most at this time. Closest energy, I would say, please. Scorpio. It flipped. Tranquility. Make time to relax, be still, and enjoy your solitude, indulging in much needed self care. Again, up here, so she can see it's a mermaid in the bathtub. She's in the bathroom, got a chair in the corner there, right there. Um, just resting, and this could be both of you, really. Scorpio, and I hope that this has been what you needed. And I hope that you will be what this channel needs. And that's just a simple act of hitting the like button, making a comment. Thank you so much for your time. Uh, and again, if you do that, thank you so much. Till I see you again in December, take care of yourself. Bye for now.